L.O.T.S approved media. Now you guys, we running it down. Shout out to Meek Mill once again. Meek Mill got his record cleared. All right. Meek Mill got his record cleared. Now, I want to end off with this. Now, listen, there's a list that's going around. There's a list going around that women have created. All right. Women created a list of certain places that they don't want to go on the first date. There's a list going around that these women, they accumulate a list of places that they will not go on a first date. Now, let me see. I'm trying to see if I have this list here, because I found this to be very, very amusing. All right. Hold on one moment. You guys, make sure you guys hit that like button also, okay? Bada bing, bada bang. Hold up. Let me see. But let me tell you something. I think Olive Garden was on the list. There's a lot of different places. But they left no room to take a woman on a first date. Now, my whole thing is women are getting more and more harder to please. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I don't know, and these are actually, I don't know who actually accumulated this list. I don't know if it was black women or white women or a collective. But once again, they created a list of places that women would not go on the first date. Now, I got the list right here. Okay, these are the places that women would not go on a first date. Cheesecake Factory, all right? Cheesecake Factory. And I think this started with the Cheesecake Factory. Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies. They ain't even down with the movies no more, all right? Your house. So it's no just inviting a woman to your house on that first date. You know how I play, you heard? That part. Any fast food chain, that's a given. All right, Buffalo Wild Wings, I understand that. Wingstop, shout out to Ross, but I understand that. Red Lobster, well, Red Lobster is kind of played out in this day and age, right? Now, a buffet, I agree with that. IHOP, I agree with that. Denny's, the gym. Now, hold up with the gym. I think the gym is a great place to take a woman on a first date, because sometimes you want to see what a woman's head's at, right? You want to see how genuine she is, because inviting a woman somewhere to taking a woman somewhere to eat, that's a no-brainer. A woman cannot like you and still take you up on that offer. So I don't see nothing. I don't see the gym as a bad place to take a woman on a first date. But let's keep going. All right. Now, church. They said church. Church is a great place to take a woman on the first date, because once again, you want to see where she's genuinely at heart. If a woman's willing to go to church with you, that's something that's saying something. Now, not all women are going to go with you to church, because what is that? That's a lot of pressure, right? Because you don't want, that's kind of like marriage and things of that nature. She's probably going to think, oh, this man is looking for a wife. And you don't really necessarily want to tell a woman or implement that in the beginning, right? But I agree with that slightly. Starbucks, I agree with not Starbucks. Okay. Coffee dates. I don't do coffee, right? But that's a wobbler for me. All right, now ice cream dates. I understand that. Family functions. Now you might want to invite a woman to a family function if your family function is like that. I agree with family functions, right? And you want to see how a woman can correspond with your family, how she works out with your family, right? How she can interact with your family. Because a lot of times when you have a woman, you're wondering to see if she can interact with your family, but it might be a little bit too early for a first date. So I agree with them. You don't want to bring a woman to a family event for the first date. I agree with that. Now, last but not least, let me see. Movie night. Like I said, Netflix and chill, Hulu, etc. I don't see nothing wrong with a Netflix and chill. That's a great first date for me. I understand that. Now, there's like 5 more. Somewhere that requires a long drive. A long drive is kind of good, but you don't want to be stuck in a car with a woman on the first date, because she might not have no conversation for you. Now you're stuck in this car in this long trip with this woman. Y'all might not have that type of rapport, have that type of chemistry. Now, guess what? You're stuck in the car with this woman. So I agree with that. This is a great list. Okay, bowling. Bowling can be fun. You might want to take a woman to go bowling. I think bowling's a great experience, especially activities like that. Those are fun activities. So I'm not against the bowling, right? Now, once again, this list is supposed to be places that women do not want to go on the first date. Let me see. Nightclubs. I understand that. A lot of women don't want to go to nightclubs, right? You got some women that work at the nightclub, so they definitely don't want to go right back to work. And the nightclub is not an intimate setting, so I agree with that. A nightclub may not be the first place to go on a first date, but sometimes a woman might suggest going to a nightclub. Because a lot of times I take women to the strip club on a first date, but don't follow me, right? Don't follow me. I'm not the greatest example. All right. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Hookah bar. I'm not even a fan of hookahs, but I don't see why you wouldn't take it to a hookah bar. What's wrong with a hookah bar? So as you see, there's a lot of places that women are saying that they don't want to go on a first date. They don't want to go to the gym. They don't want to go to church. They don't want to go. They don't want a hookah bar, right? They don't want to go to no Netflix and chill. All right, and there's 3 more places. All right, a bar for just drinks, Waffle House, and sports events. Now, a bar for just drinks, a bar might be a great place to go on a first date. I don't see what's wrong with that. I don't see what's wrong with taking a woman to a bar on a first date. Right? Go grab a little drink. Sometimes that sip of a drink, it relaxes you. And you know, a drunk mind speaks a sober tongue. So maybe she might just start speaking her mind, and she might be able to drop this fake facade, right? She can be more herself and be more vulnerable because she's drinking, as well as you're going to be vulnerable when you're drinking. So that might be a great place to take a woman on a first date. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Now, Waffle House. You definitely don't want to take no woman to Waffle House, all right? That's low budget. But in Atlanta, they might do the Waffle House, right? But I'm not taking a woman the first day on to the Waffle House. But last but not least, a sporting event. Now, I don't see nothing wrong with taking a woman to a sporting event. Sports is something that everybody enjoys, right? It's not too much. It's not going to be too much conversation, because sometimes on a date, you want a slight bit of distraction. You don't just want to be in each other's face for the whole time, right? So the sporting event can be entertaining, and in between plays, you could be speaking to her and building that rapport for her. So I don't see taking a woman to a sporting event on the first day as something bad. What's wrong with taking a woman to a Dolphins game? What's wrong with taking a woman to a Heat game on the first date, right? Maybe some women could tell me the difference, but I wouldn't know. But nonetheless, those are the places that women are considering not going. Women don't want to go on the first date, all right? We just went through a whole list of places that women don't want to go on the first date. So, gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you, we as men, it's getting harder to please these women. But once again, can't live with them, can't live without them. So we have to adjust, right? We're gonna have to adjust. Maybe we're not gonna meet all their demands, but the women are speaking, right? And this is their time, right? And I heard what's the name? Blueface said something, and I'm gonna end off with this. Blueface said, right now, you gotta have money to date a broke bitch. In these days and times, right? You got to have money to date a broke woman in these days and times. And I'm going to leave it at that, all right? L.O.T.S approved media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 58. Once again, I'm the incomparable, the author imitated, cannot be duplicated, the one that they style from, the elected, the appointed, voice of the streets, all right? This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media, and this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Welcome to episode number 58. That part. Yo, let me get some horn. That part. With that being said, you guys, I want you